Gemini, how are you? It is Sebastian with your reading. I do apologize for being a little bit late. I intend for this. I'm not committed to it. I did have to finish a few components for my accounting qualifications. I'm here now and I'm planning to do weekly readings and then doing, live readings. So I look forward to doing that. If you would like to be a part of that, just be connected and see if when I do go on live. So Gemini, it looks interesting because of the card that came flying out when I was preparing doing my pre-reading was you need a lot of rest and you need to get rid of the fear and anxiety that's coming through. I don't know with you, Gemini, it's because of what's happening around the world. It's not so much about you. I think that there's lots of external influences because Gemini is with kind of a lot to um always be kind of in a tense, worrisome way. But I think just calm down. I think with your work and your love, you're really just kind of stressing about it and really spending too much time thinking about it when, to be honest with you, I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think that if anything, if something happens with the person that you're attracted to, whoever this person is, I think that's their own doing, right? Like if they want to live with that consequence, would then let them. I don't see you being that person that's the cause of that. I think they're the ones, if they want to do anything, that's on them. So Gemini, with your present moment, what's happening? There's a union. There's a lot of like partnerships, romance. There's a lot of balance, unity, and even choices that seem to be really flourishing and really, really good. And I think to your happiness and to your um success, I think that you're on the right track. I think there's a lot of things going on for you, which is really, really nice, right? You've got lots and lots of things happening. Um, the immediate influences, there's a lot of assertiveness, there's a lot of direct focus, intellectual actions, very ambitious, very, I need to do this, I need to do that. The answer is yes, and the number is 12 for you if that's what you're thinking about. There's a lot of action and speed and ambition and determination. There's a lot of gaming. Again, the answer is yes, yes, yes. So you've really hit a good point in your life, and you've hit a good point in your direction. And this is also like a nice planetary placements for you, Gemini. Gemini, like March is the time for you. I think March and April are really, really good. It says that lots of positive new beginnings, lots of universe attention, attraction, a lot of purposefulness is headed towards you, and you're really loving the situation. You're really liking what you're experiencing, which is really nice. In the past, there was a lot of friendships, community gatherings. There was a lot of social events and group events which you came together, you flourished together, you succeeded together. There was a lot of opportunities and abundance in your past. There was a lot of prosperity. I think that's still going on. But there's a lot of right now being wise and diplomatic with your choices, and also being idealistic and charming, and to be graceful, sometimes being tactful in a situation. You should look after your chakras, doing a lot of chakra balancing, in particular your solar plexus and your sacral at the bottom, the root chakra. I think that's really important for you to look at, so you stay grounded, that you stay understanding of your situation. Most of going on for you. There used to be mountains, but you're really relying on flying high to get over those mountains. I don't know what that means to anybody, but there was a lot of kind of barriers or blockages when it came to you personally, which is nice that things are just moving along how they need to move along. Gemini, you love to love, Gemini. You love to love, you love to be in a relationship, you love to be with people, you love being, in somebody's vicinity. You're definitely a person that enjoys that sort of, aspect of life. I think that's a really beautiful, precious thing to live with and have. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You're doing really well in life when you've got love. I think that's always a positive. So look, don't lead it to stressful situations. I think this person is grounded. I think this person is for you. A lot of arguments in the house because there's a lot of mountains. There's a lot of stress in the house. There's a lot of like diamond seeking or I'm not too sure what that means to you, like a diamond king seeking, like, I don't know whether somebody is like, wants to be, that's people that just like to be dominated. Like there's people out there, right, that like would like to be controlled or have an authority figure above them. Nobody likes that. But there is obviously somebody in your pathway, whether it's friendship, people that you live with, your neighbor, that likes that kind of, tell me what to do, and you're kind of really uncomfortable with that. So I get that, Gemma. You're not that kind of person to tell people what to do, dominate over them or be that authoritative person. So it's okay to have people like that in your life. I certainly have that, like aunties and uncles that kind of had that thought process of there's something else that takes over or is in control. It's a very interesting mindset to have, and I think you're dealing with that. That's okay. Move forward the best that you can. So with negative feelings, there's been negative feelings about your past and how you were really, really happy in the past. That's a really interesting thing to see. That you've got negative feelings because in the past you were really, really happy, and maybe you're just in neutral right now. It's got nothing to do with your relationship. It's just you were happy because all aspects of your life were happy. So it's interesting. Let's have a look furthermore. Okay. The answer is yes to that. Whatever question that you had for me or what you were thinking then, like, well, how do I get happiness, or maybe I should do this? The answer is yes. The negativity or the stoppages that were in your past have gone, obviously, and there's been a lot of like socializing and gathering and try to rebuild yourself. The pathway that you're on, yes, people rebuild themselves from time to time. Like Gemini, but you're not like a stranger to rebuilding yourself. If there's any star sign that's good at rebuilding themselves, it's definitely you. You're not a stranger to this at all. But I think what comes through is that you don't want this. You're like continually rebuild yourself. And I think there's an aspect of there that's like, well, how do I know I'm going to be happy this time around if I rebuild myself? No one knows. There's actually not an answer for that. But if you believe in yourself, you trust the process, then you've got your answer. I think moving forward with understanding that aspect of yourself that when you do rebuild yourself, it's usually because you're going to be stronger for it. That's the right answer for you. I don't have anything else to say apart from that if you have to rebuild yourself, it's often due to you have to rebuild yourself stronger. So family and friends, there's a lot of momentum, confidence, there's a lot of expansion and growth within your family and your friends, and there's a lot of looking ahead with excitement, what's happening in the future, what you want to get out of your immediate future, which is really nice to say. So that's good to hear that your family and your friends are really happy. That's obviously very important to you. Hopes and dreams and ideals. So justice is definitely there for you. You want to seek justice. You want to see accountability. You want to see law. You want to see honesty and truth. That's not far from uh, where I see what Geminis are facing right now, actually. So that's why I laughed then, because I think all of you guys are seeking justice and law. It's going to take a lot of goal sharing, a lot of collaboration, a lot of appreciation, effort, and teamwork to be able to get to that aspect. I definitely know what it is that you're dealing with when it comes to justice. I think as soon as I did your reading, I was like, you're thinking globally, you're thinking too much of your environment. A lot of this isn't about you solo. This is a lot of like everyone else as well is involved over something. Yeah, a lot of community, a lot of practical, reliable action and efforts. There's a lot of balancing resources. If it's going to drag you to the floor, I think discontinue and think about something else. Justice is really great and awesome, not when you've done justice so many times that it's actually not working for you. Like that, if it's not working, look, I don't want to say that to a Gemini, because Gemini, you're working really, really hard. Who am I to say that you're not getting anywhere? But if you feel that you're stuck in this and your endeavors and you feel like justice is never going to be served, I think look after you first and make you a priority, and then do what it is that you need to do. Your final outcome with all of this is tradition. Looking at convention and education and knowledge and belief systems before anything else. And I think that when you build on tradition, when you build on things, making things work, you've got such a progressive stance. It makes the total sense they would say that go back to your traditional values, go back to um, how you how you were and how you are actually. Because even though you're quite radical at times, you are still a tradition belief person. You know, you're still very rooted in humanitarian ways. You're not kind of radical in a way that you're jumping to AI too much, even though you really like and adore AI. I'm sure you do because you're a Gemini. There's still a part of you that's very traditional, and I think pick that. Maybe that will make more sense to you in the future. Maybe that will make more sense to you towards the end of the month. But I know it will make sense somehow. Thank you for your time, Gemini. Until next time.